Self-love is not selfish, it's sacred. Welcome back to Whisper Unplugged. The conversation we are going to have today is about self-love is not selfish, it's sacred. This is great for you if you feel guilty for resting, when you feel uncomfortable about choosing things for yourself, or maybe you just afraid that loving yourself means abandoning others. The truth of the matter is, self love was never the problem. No, misunderstanding it was. When you stop betraying yourself, your life begins to realign. Many of, I will include myself, many of us was taught that self-love was pride, rebellion, selfishness. As a result, as a result, we learn to overgive, overserve, and over sacrifice. Self-love is not abandonment of others, it's aligning with God within. The promise is that when you honor your inner whisper, you are the one that steps into your promised land. And trust me, you cannot help anyone unless you get your promised land together. Let's see what the scripture says. Mark 12:31 says, love your neighbor as yourself. See, self love is in the scripture. It's a requirement. You cannot pull blessings from an empty soul. You see? See, the promised land is not a physical thing, it's an inner thing. Yes, you see the manifestation of your promised land, but you can't see it unless you go within and create it. God does not work around you, God works within you. I need to repeat that. God does not work around you, God works within you. It's so many lies based around the subconscious. Anything that's within you, you have heard the wrong things. For instance, the subconscious mind was trained to believe that rest is wrong, boundaries are rejections, and self care is selfish. I want you to remember that. And how was your subconscious trained, you might ask? It was trained by your environment that you was in, what you seen, who you spent time with, who was your parent or parents, even your family. Remember, the law responds to feelings, not efforts. What you accept within, as I just said earlier, is going to appear on the visible stage. For instance, when you feel unworthy, life mirrors the whole thing. When you feel whole, your life around you begins to rearrange things. Remember what I just said. Rearrange things in the midnight hour when you're sleeping. See, this is what you can't see with your naked eyes or your senses. When the law is in action, we know one thing that one of the best mystics always said, feeling is the secret. Yes, that came from the mystic before it came out in the 2000s. You cannot manifest by trying. You manifest things by becoming. I recall I taught this a while ago. Belief is like believing, or should I say, be living. There we go with fake it till you make it. Sacred self love is the decision to occupy a new inner state. This is a revision, and it happens in the silent midnight hour. the dark room of your mind. When your inner speech change, the outer part world will follow. Trust me. When you love yourself, you stop outsourcing validation. I am guilty of that. So I'm not trying to point the finger at you. I am a witness. You begin to stop forcing outcomes and portraying yourself to keep peace. Your body finally relax and exhale. And guess what? Your decisions become simpler. This is a higher consciousness with mind, body, and soul, which is really a spiritual alignment. That's a secret right there. I'm going to repeat it the other way. Spiritual alignment, just think of it as your higher conscious body, mind, and soul together. I want you to stop for a moment to see if you are digesting what it is that I just gave out. What is meant for choosing yourself is making you uncomfortable. What do that mean? Let me repeat that. Or should I give you an example? When someone in your family or friends or maybe coworkers say, I need to talk to you, and then they want to talk to you about their problems all the way past the midnight hour, you look at your clock and it's what, 2:00 in the morning, but you have a appointment at 5:00 in the morning. You feel uncomfortable because you don't know how to say no. You are here for a reason because this was meant for you. How do you practice sacred self love daily? It includes listening to your whispers, and I will repeat that, your whispers. Before you give somebody the answer, rest without apology. In other words, if you say no, rest in it. And you speak kindly to yourself. That's that whisper to say, oh, maybe I should have did it. Oh, they're not going to like me. Oh, they're going to talk about me in the family. Remember, invisible words still carry power. I want you to repeat after me. I honor the God within me by loving myself without guilt. My inner whispers are safe, sacred, and powerful. As I receive within, my life responds with blessings. Now that you did that affirmation, ask yourself this question. Where have you been loyal to others, but unfaithful to yourself? Ouch. Think about that for a moment. In closing, after you listen to this tape as many times as you choose to, and go back and ask yourself that question I did just ask. And when you feel a sense of peace, that means you are not going to apologize for saying, not today, no way, in a kind way. Self love is not a trend. We closing on this. It is a spiritual law. When you hear me say law, it's the same or interchangeable like Lord. The Bible is a book of spiritual laws. When you revise your inner speech, you reclaim your power. Your whisper shapes your whole world outside of you. Thank you for tuning in, Whisper Unplugged. It is time to unplug, transform, and manifest your promised land today. Won't you listen to your whispers? Revise them gently, rewrite them boldly, reclaim what has always been you.